region.
more frequent.
Now they have a lot of crowd control already for IDNS with the Atlas and of course the Feathered Airstrike. You also got the Grok here for MDH, and they pick up the Clint here to go up against the Melissa. They still need Joga's heroes. They still need my help's hero in the mid lane. So what's it gonna be for the mid laner here?
Ooh! We're gonna be seeing Assassins being
Oh,
picked up this time. NDH settling on the lane here for Joga as Need My Help also going on the offensive. Phobia is gonna be picked up here to try and deal a lot of interruption and damage here towards Dynasty Esports. Legusian may be banned, but his brother is still up. Loy is gonna be
his
picking up
brother's
this.
still up.
His brother.
Yeah, no, it is. It's his brother. It was like the next best option if you don't have the Gusha, right? It still deals a significant amount of burst, especially if you land the endless shard. Same idea. Same. If you can play the Gushan, I
Yeah.
think more or less you can play the Amon as well. So this is still IDNS going to try and pick off the backlines here of MDH, but with the Phobius in play, underneath my help's hands. GG, they're imitating the style that IDNS had. They play the Phobius in the mid lane, and now MDH is like, we're gonna try to imitate your style.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to emulate it a bit, twist it a little bit, add the link up to our composition. But for MDH, they are well prepared for that Atlas of Zanri. So let's see if we will be able to set up, knowing for a fact that there is a Phobius here in play, a lot of diversions as well with the Link's Tempest of Blade. So those are two heroes that you can't easily set up. So maybe perhaps go for the Melissa here, create a lot of pressure in the gold lane, knowing for a fact that 33 has the advantage in the early game.
Yeah. 33 should have it given the matchup right now towards the Melissa versus the Clint. And maybe they would try to draw him closer to the tower because Dynasty Esports does have diving potential here. They can easily dive under the tower onto Hehe later on because of the Atlas pick. But now he's being a little bit bullied by Nart. Mizumek just trying to help him out in this laning phase as MDH looks to play things slowly at the very beginning with Joe just focusing more onto the farming, but now finally joins the inner fight. Zandri actually might get taken out, but not flickers away. Miziming just trying to deal some damage towards the back line, but gets threatened here. Finally, first blood comes through as Lois will get traded out as well. MDH and IDNS Esports really going hard in this first minute. And we're only just in around a minute and a half. MDH Esports with this sling can be a little advantageous, especially on the rotations, given the high mobility of this particular hero. IDNS Esports would be looking to group up later on and try to force team fights onto MDH. You need to be very careful later on onto those because the Feathered Airstrike, despite the other heroes of MDH Esports being a little on the tankier side, the others will be much more vulnerable towards that damage. Now, they will be starting this turtle for the moment. Feathered Airstrike gonna be thrown out almost immediately, but Nart interrupts him once more. Zandri cannot
Zandri
close the
does not
distance,
have
will
the
need to
ultimate.
disengage for a while. Izzy with a nice flank, won't be getting that steal as the King finds Izzy as well. MDH starting to take territory here against Dynasty Esports.
Yeah, nice attempt though by Izzy to go in for the flank from the backside. Again, Nard with the Guardian Spare. It's so scary every time he has that up. You don't know when he's gonna go for the wild charge. That's something that IDNS has to think through right now. I mean, Nard has been so lethal on the Grok. I was actually expecting a respect ban coming through from IDNS, but they still let it slide. Of course, respecting other meta picks as well. Feathered Airstrike here in the mid. And Need My Help, it gets bursted down there by the Endless Shards and the Feathered Airstrike down to the core. And IDNS rotating here on the top side. Zandri has the Fatal Links and the Flicker still available here. So he has to wait for the proper timing to do that setup because Nart is just relentless on trying to get 33 there. He's waiting at that bush, waiting for the proper time to get that Gorgeous Barrier up and getting that wild charge.
Yeah, this is going to be these setups here for both teams. High responsibility of the roaming tanks here, Zanri and Nart. They have to be on point whenever they engage because the follow-up is going to be insane coming from both teams. Nice fatal link, this is what we talked about. But easy escapes by Jogas. Not much CC chains were thrown out here
33.
by Idonis Esports. They lost Zanri in the process.
Whoa!
But here comes Lloyd, still leading two people as MDH looks to flee from the area. Need my help. Also actually goes back, almost slamming down 33, but he might actually go once more.
33.
Joga under the tower. No one will be safe. Easy gap close here for MDH, tying up the kills here against IDNS.
I like the fast response from both IDNS and MDH. Every time there's someone low, you just know something's bound to happen there. Like 33 was already low from the demonic force, and then it's a good thing that they have a jungler here that's so mobile, which is in the form of the Link, which I haven't seen so much here in the Mekong qualifiers. Like so far, in terms of the heroes that has been picked up here, mostly on the Paquito, the Grok, the Phobius, and even the Gusion. Like, this is the only region that has that. Endless Shards connect onto the King. Better there strike as well. Mizzy may gonna get spotted there by Joga. Izzy as well. Tempest of Blades gonna be committed here by Joga. But the Fatal Links come through here for the side of IDNS. They get a double kill, a triple kill for Izzy at that. But there is a shutdown by Nart for the price of one. Zanri with the clutch Fatal Links once again in the Turtle Pit. The exact same thing that happened in their game with Wawa Gaming.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about. A big responsibility on these roaming tanks. Zanri, clutch moment on that Fatal Links, and the follow-up from the rest of the members of IDNS were on point. MDH tried to capitalize, tried to fight back, but their HP were so low, even with Need My Help trying to slam on them, simply wasn't enough. Now, with the Kings dying once more, IDNS Esports starting to get leverage here in this game as they look to take this bottom tier 1. But Izame, it actually gets taken down. Tempest of Blade's gonna be used here by Joga to try and chase him out. But he still is able to disengage as Izzy gets left here in the bottom lane. Is gonna be okay with it. Able to disengage or at least shove away the members of MDH. They have the upper hand. They will set up onto the top as 33 gets taken out though. As IDNS looks to maybe re-engage. The King is getting zoned away here as they throw out that Feather Dare Strike once more. The King finally falls down as Need My Help as well. IDNS pushing onto the mid to take a tier 1 tower once more. And look at how they are operating here. Getting a kill on the bot lane, suddenly shifting into the mid lane, getting a couple of gold and resources in the process, denying it as well from MDH. And MDH right now are being a little confused. They will try to engage onto the top side, but they don't have the firepower to do so yet.
Let's see that. Zanri has been landing those Fatal Links onto 2. But this time he goes for 1. He goes for Nart instead. Might get counter initiation. Wild Charge onto Izzy. But Lois from the backside gets the Endless Shards onto him. Catching him off guard. And after that engagement with Nart, it was all nullified by IDNS. They take down the gold laner. They also take down this tower. You see how IDNS is controlling this in the 7-minute mark. I love how they're adapting their playstyle to what MDH has set in game number 2. They have the Sling though, that is doing quite well. They're gonna start it here in the Turtle. Gonna be a retribution battle between both sides. They're gonna try to make some plays here.
Yoga's gonna get the objective, but what will be the cost as they are overextending quite a bit? Lois already on his 9th kill of this game, even higher than most of the members here of MDH Esports in total. Joga gonna try to reposition himself maybe towards the back line, but he couldn't get in there. IDNS are just too strong in the front, but hey, free hitting on the back line, able to shred down Zanli. But they will at least get a trade in terms of kills. But in objective-wise, IDNS Esports has been very consistent. Lloyd, an attempt to burst out Nart, not really the best target here. But if we target Hehe, if we targets Joga, or even Need My Help, the killing becomes easier for him because he relies so much here onto his allies, and now suddenly it's a 2 versus 1 in the bot lane. Izzy will try to flicker out. Miziming helping out, casting the better airstrike, bombarding the king, and he will fall down. Joga tries to retaliate, but Izzy pushes him back, and Zandri once again on the CC chain, stopping the push, stopping the back away now, and here comes Lois once again on the back side, right now. Bursting out too. Mizimink will also get through, and IDNS completely obliterates MDH.
Oh my god, did you see the bait from Izzy at that point? He was so low, tanking up the damage from the King and Joga. And eventually, he was so low to the point that Mizimink was already in the vicinity, pops in that feathered airstrike, and Zanri goes at the perfect timing with the flicker and the Fatal Links combo, taking down 2 and eventually shutting down the jug. There was a shutdown on Izzy, but they got that 4-man takedown from IDNS. Here comes the Lord, and Lois has been so phenomenal on this Amon. And at this point, it feels like a Natalia. You don't even know where he is. Zanri, gonna go all the way in. Need my help. He's gonna get stunned there. Gonna get slowed by IDNS. They have this contained right now, GG. They want to take this Lord to further advance forward here. They are on the lead right now. Not unless there is going to be any contest. The King gets bursted down by the Endless Shards, and the Fatal Links come through. They take down 1 and 33. Gonna be free hitting a double kill for Lois. Joga's still up. Gets spotted by Hey. Gonna get taken down. Low triple kill for Lois. They get the Lord as well. IDNS still up and kicking, showing MDH that you guys might have been waiting for us in the upper bracket, but we are going to be fighting back harder. There is the lower brackets, and we're going to crawl all the way up here to the grand final stage, and we're not going to let it end with you getting the momentum as they continuously take down the structures one by one.
Oh no. Tempest of Blade, this time MDH is looking to fight back, but Lois completely obliterates Joga in a blink of an eye. 33 as well will be picking up a kill. I don't know, Steve Esports, they're just destroying MDH right now. MDH can try to get a fight back, a comeback here, but they're not being allowed here by IDNS Esports. They're up by so much in terms of gold right now. 9,000 on the board, 24 kills compared to 8, and now they're looking to finally break the space wide open. Look at the HP bar of the King dissipating to thin air as IDNS looks to maybe capitalize on the moment. They have a Lord marching into the top lane, a wave in the bot lane as well. Look at Zanri going to the Fatal Link. Tempest of Blaze here. Cast out by Joga to try and initiate for them, but they will not get baited out. They're happy to take a tower in the top lane. The mid is very vulnerable as well here for MDH Esports, and they only need to push out the bot. Everything is going to the cases here of IDNS Esports, and MDH starting to lose here in this game. They're down so much, like 11,000 gold lead here. It's really hard to come back from this now.
Yeah, Lois is standing at a 15-1-5, only getting taken down once. And IDNS, the Bloodwings has already been purchased, so this is going to dish out a lot of damage. And I see why Lois was able to get that early game lead up until now. He has that mystery shop emblem. And at this point, you can't even spot him right now. There is the concealed play here. The flicker has been forced, but Zanri goes in for the Fatal Links. Takes down the King. Still a legendary for Lois. 2 members down, and IDNS can go for it. Hey, gets taken down instantly by the endless shards of the Amon. If you don't have the Gushan, well, I wouldn't say this is the next best option. I would say that Izzy, Zanri, and the rest of the members of IDNS are playing out of their minds right now. They want to get that 2-1 right now to force out a win. One more win away from the M4
They're going to go for it.
I think this is it. They're going to go for the tower. IDNS will lock it in, and they get game number 3.
Game number 3 and a match point right now for IDNS League.